Hi, Aquarius Pisces. Welcome into your timeless astrology tarot reading here at Cusp of Roses on YouTube. I thank you guys so very much for tuning into this message. I hope that it does serve you well. Let me know your thoughts and how you feel about it once we're done in the comments down below or as we're going. If anything resonates, drop a comment. If you're here watching with me live and direct, make sure you say hi in the live chat, okay? We will have an extended for this reading. It is going to be live over on Patreon right after we're done here. All right. So make sure you check that out if you're interested. We also do pre-channeled shuffles and messages and play with deck energy and just kind of tap in with the YouTube members, okay, before each public live. So a lot of different bonus content and bonus things to kind of tap into and tune into here. I really do feel throat chakra energy here for you, Aquarius Pisces. A lot was coming through. I do feel like I might be finding majority of you all in this energy, those that'll resonate. And again, you could be born on the Aquarius Pisces cusp, but that information is in the description box below if you don't know what that range is. You could have a lot of energy going through your 11th and 12th houses right now and where the cosmic alignment and the planets are, or just strong Aquarius or Pisces energy. So a lot of placements in those arenas, right, or under those zodiac signs. Take it only as it resonates. You could have no Aquarius Pisces in your chart and still resonate with this, okay? But let's take a moment. Before I even get deeper into it, let's just take a moment to light your incense. I'm going to sound the singing bowl that I have here 1 to 3 times, depending on how I intuitively feel guided. Please feel free to do whatever grounding or gratitude practice feels right and best for you in this moment. And we'll go ahead and get started. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Holy Spirit, my ascended ancestors, and all holy angels, thank you so much for being here with me. And with the Aquarius Cusp Pisces collective of energy here on YouTube, those with strong Aquarius or Pisces placements or a lot of energy moving through their 11th and 12th house in the moment, we thank you so much for protecting our energy as we channel you and tune into your guidance. We thank you for also allowing these messages to bring us all, and especially those tuning in, closer to you. We love you, and so it is. All right. So Aquarius Pisces, it feels like there's a very, very huge moment happening for you right now. And what we were gathering in our channeled session or channeling session was that energy of like, you're already frustrated. You're already kind of at your peak, okay? Or at your wit's end, we might say, and then you stub your toe, and then you knock over something and it spills, or, you know, a mess gets created, and you're just like, you know, typically it might be the thing that really gets in the way of you having a good day or a positive day. Right? Totally spoil your whole attitude, your whole just demeanor down. But I feel like Aquarius Pisces, you are starting to be able to have control over that, or you're starting to understand how certain attitudes, perspectives, behaviors have created your reality. Now, for some of you, this is someone outside of you that you're connected to. You're having to maybe watch them go through maybe a bit of a dark night of the soul. I was talking to the YouTube members about those of us that, like, you know, we've had to change our habits, change our ways of thinking, behaving, speaking, communicating, right? So maybe this is about Mercury retrograde for you and what that energy is bringing up as well. Maybe some of you have Mercury in your 11th or 12th house. If you do not know your placements, you don't have a scope of your own natal chart, there are free links in my description box for you to find that out, okay? Not affiliate links, just websites that I find to be very accurate, okay? Start with your Western astrology if you're brand spanking new to your natal charts. And then definitely advance into your Vedic once you get a little bit more comfortable, because it is way more advanced, a lot more charts to discern and decipher. Beautiful thing, I feel like I gotta talk about that. A beautiful thing about the Vedic calculation of astrology is that you really do realize that you are all signs. Like, you're not just dominant or your big three. Like, yes, they are a part of your personality, but there's so many ways of looking at the sky. There's so many ways of dissecting the stars that... And again, I feel like I gotta talk about this because maybe there are some people new here. Maybe there are people tuning in who feel like cusp energy doesn't exist. But then it's like, well, what's your midhaven? Your 10th house cusp. So if it's there in speech, if it's a placement, then that means, yeah, you can have both energies be present for one placement. So I digress, but I'm a firm believer, like, please show me the harsh 0-degree line or whatever 30-degree line in the sky that's separate. Like, come on now, really? Like, you want to get... Anyway, let me not. So do you see what I'm saying? It's this energy of, like, get serious, be for real, like, use common sense. Whether that's somebody directing that energy towards you, Aquarius Pisces, or you feel like you have to kind of reality check somebody, or like just encourage somebody to find a new way of like managing themselves. Like, thank you, Spirit. Oh, I love that. Reminding someone of their power. The power is in your hands, Aquarius Pisces, or cross watcher, or whomever outside of Aquarius Pisces. You have the power over your attitude. You don't have to let that make your day sour. You don't have to now go be a grumpy person or mean or whatever. Yeah, there's some like mean-spirited energy that someone needs to check, period. It's never necessary. It's never that deep. Okay, I don't know. It's a funky little energy, I'm gonna tell you that. It's like, for what? Like, this could be somebody who thinks being funky like that and kind of nasty and snooty or whatever is cute. Like, that shit ain't cute at all. Excuse my language, but it's like, girl, boy, grow up a little bit. Like, it's time to grow, period. That's just what it is. It's time to grow. That would be that 12th house energy. So yeah, it's time to face all of that karma. It's time to transcend those behaviors or those perspectives because they really don't serve you well. We also got this energy of like writing a check that a mouth can't cash. I feel like I said that for another sign. I feel like it might have been Libra Scorpio. So maybe there's like a Libra Scorpio energy circling around here. We did get some Scorpio, okay, but mutable. That's your Piscean energy, that 12th house, right? Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change in North Node. Capricorn energy, this could be all happening in your career. Fire energy, yeah. I'm seeing the fire ant card in the unknown spirit animal deck. That could be it. There could just be a lot of little irritations, a lot of little things that are getting under your skin. Okay, what else is going on? The 12th house, period. Okay. Spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. So yeah, either it's Aquarius Pisces energies feeling called to do this healing work, or someone connected here to Aquarius Pisces energy. Someone outside of Aquarius Pisces is having to transcend some karma. Confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery comes with fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So some of you, your North Node could be in Sagittarius, which would really call on you and pull you into the realm of having to have a lot more faith than the average person, I would say. really learning that faith works miracles. Like it really does when you believe it. And yeah, that's the full circle. Like that whole fake it till you make it thing. Well, just pretend that you are this, that. And yeah, okay. I just don't like the verb. I'm just not a fan of that ideology. I don't think you should fake anything. If you're not it, you're not it. If you're if you didn't make it, you didn't make it. It's okay. It's kind of like, you know, it's interesting. I was having a conversation with my mom a while back. She's a teacher, and I come from a whole family of women teachers. Almost every woman on both sides of my families have had some hand in the education system or with children in that way, but neither here nor there. We were talking about, yeah, thank you, Spirit. We'll put this on me, yeah? When I was little, I went to like this kindergarten, first grade kind of prep academy. I lived in a state where you had to go to private school first before you could actually go to public school. And I was maybe like 4, and in this K-1 kind of group, we were all blended together, and there was a ceremony at the end. You know how you have 5th grade graduation and all that type of thing, where you get accolades, oh, the highest in science, the highest in reading, and all that kind of stuff. So they had a little bit of that in certificates, and I won every category as the youngest person in the whole group of kids. And my mom was like mortified because the parents were like looking at her like, wow, you're a kid, right? Like just so pissy about it or whatever. But the center was run by doctors of psychology. And my mom went up to them after and was like, you know, you could have maybe given like participation or like runner up or something like that. Because like, to, you know, if whatever, right? Just so other kids felt like they did something. And they did not believe in that at all. They're like, no, because if they didn't achieve, they didn't perform, they didn't make it, the cut. Like we're not going to give an A for effort. But that was clearly way back when. But now that whole philosophy has changed, right? Where everyone gets an A for effort, even if you didn't get the right answer, or you know what I mean? Even whatever. It's something like that. It's like, no, if you didn't make it, you didn't make it. If that's not you, that's not you. What I feel like that whole fake it till you make it saying is really trying to say, but just chooses really poor words, in my opinion, is just believe in yourself. Believe that when this opportunity or this situation opens the door to you, that you are already whole. You have everything you need to navigate it. You don't have to put on a mask to get it through. Like, just be you. Being you is what opened the door. Why would you then go change yourself to try to fit in? You know what I mean? So I don't know, Aquarius-Pisces, if this is on your end. Maybe this is what you're experiencing in the workplace. Maybe you thought you had to kind of be or perform at a certain level, and it's just like, yeah, no one else is performing this intensely. Why do I care so much? And you're scaling back. Like, apply it how it fits, okay? But change is definitely here in the ambition, realism, and methodical steps. I do think that there was some calculated, strategic energies that are coming into truth and light here. Yeah, things that were hidden, the moon. And the 8th house, there's that Scorpio energy. Transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. Okay, what else is surrounding Aquarius Pisces at this time? Aries in reverse. So a lack of independence, bravery, and passion. So it feels like Spirit is saying you need to embody some more fire energy. Or, right. Be optimistic. Be brave. Have confidence, but don't fake it. Like, I don't know how else to say that. Because it really is, thank you, Spirit. It's mind over matter. It really is mind over matter. The moment that you make the mental agreement, yeah, I'm confident enough for this, I could do it. Boom, it's done. It doesn't have to come with bells and whistles. It doesn't have to come with, well, now I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, I hope y'all are getting it. I hope y'all are getting it. I feel like I say, you know what I mean? So many times. You got water, yeah. And the 3rd house, communication. So somebody is definitely getting some truth here, okay? Truth is coming in. Someone definitely needs to transcend what they learned or how they learned to engage with others, communicate with others. From a childlike perspective, I almost feel, or someone's just been very childish. And again, maybe that's where I was getting it. Like, it's time to grow up. And not growing up in like, oh, go be boring, but just stop playing games. I don't know. This energy is so wild. Because I know this isn't me. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how I know I'm channeling. Like, this isn't me. I've been kosher lately. You feel me? But integrity, service, and and reverence. Virgo energy. With spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. Somebody has a lack of integrity here. Or somebody was not integritous in their pursuit of something, in how they managed something, dealt with somebody. Someone could be trying to say that you are not, and that's wrong. They're like projecting. That could be this as well. Someone could be like projecting onto you. I'm seeing like the reflection in the water. And that is narcissist, right? Fell in love with their own reflection from the water, yin. So someone is definitely understanding that line or that border or that cusp of being in love with self, for sure, right? Love yourself. Appreciate all that God created you to be. Like, you're here for a reason, unique like a snowflake, you know? It's great. And then what part of that becomes conceit? Being conceited, full of selfishness. Somebody is having to face their selfishness. Capricorn energy, what they've done for ambition or where their ambitions have led. It's a very like greed. Intuition, trust, patience, spirituality. Okay, so that's the third mention of spirituality. Somebody maybe has been ignoring their spirit. Somebody maybe has been misusing their spirituality, pretending to be something that they're not. So, changeable North Node. I don't know about that energy, spirit. Thank you. Sagittarius and right, okay. Casting illusions, the way Neptune knows how to, right? Piscean energy, dream and transcend. So there's the second mention of transcendence, second mention of optimism as well. Sagittarius, fire energy, Aries in reverse. Exploration and freedom, and then Chiron at the bottom. This is a dark night for somebody. Having to heal the hurt that created the ego, the persona, the poor behaviors, the bad communication, the negative communication, the negative outlook, the negative perspective. Someone is learning how to be responsible for the energy they put out. It's karma. Karma, I heard karma came for somebody. So this might be happening now as I'm streaming this. 9th house, spiritual growth, in the name of spiritual growth though. So again, 8th house, karma, it's a never-ending cycle. It ends to begin. Karma doesn't come to fully destroy and never rebuild you, right? Let's put some respect on karma's name, right? It's neutral. It shows up and say, all right, this is what you ordered from the universe. Oh, you don't like it? Okay, well, what are we going to do about it? All right, well, try something else. Try a different approach. Do something differently. Say something, you know what I mean? Like, switch it up. Change it up now. And we'll be back when you're done. It's that type of exchange. There's no... Karma doesn't have any dog in the fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, karma doesn't want to see anybody suffer. Doesn't necessarily get perturbed if someone does. It understands that that's all a part of the process. It's process. But it also will show you and mirror back to you the responsibility. that you hold over that process. So someone could have been really surrendering their power, mutable, surrender, yin, in service of some sort of ambition, Capricorn energy, some sort of perceived North Node, or maybe their own North Node. Maybe they're a North Node in Capricorn, or they're, mutable sign. I moved the Sagittarius card, so maybe it's North Node Sag. Which, like I said, would require you to learn a lot about the power of faith and optimism and the value of freedom, and to dig deeper. Don't take anything surface level. That's the third house, surface level. No shade towards Gemini, but it's just gathering information to gather, to know. Seventh house opposite is like, okay, let's apply it. So now that we know, what does that mean about life? What does that mean about you? What does that mean about your family? What does that mean about your job? What does it mean about the world? What does it mean? Now let's apply meaning. Someone has lost the meaning of life, maybe. Someone could be in a very dark place right now. But I almost feel like this reading might be a light in the dark for whomever this is, because it is a lot of this Sagittarius fire, which is bright, right? It is a light. Jupiter being at the bottom, an expansion, like I was feeling, YouTube members. Someone is growing and expanding, but it is through very watery energy, the moon, water, and Neptune, and mutable. 12th house, Pisces. So you might be leaning more or more influenced by Neptune's placement or energy, or some sort of aspect happening with Neptune. Maybe this full moon, not full moon, oh, full moon. Okay, full moon coming up, if you're tuning in here live with me, will be April 23rd. But this new moon solar eclipse, it's a full solar eclipse. I think that's why I keep wanting to put full in there. Could be aspecting Neptune in a particular way, or your North Node in a particular way, that's causing this kind of retreat. Maybe even Mercury retrograde as well, right? Let's see where you are specifically, because again, I do feel like this could be more or less someone outside of you, Aquarius, Pisces. Only take what resonates. Gemini. Hold on. Make sure I can see the chat. Hey, Queen. Hey, Angela. Thanks for being here, loves. Yeah, the power of manifestation. Exactly. Someone's learning about that. Oh, thank you, Cora. Thank you for being a member here on YouTube for 8 lovely months. I appreciate you so, so very much. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Where is Aquarius Pisces in all of this energy? Can we zone in? Because I really want that for y'all. Because it almost feels like you could be lost in someone else's sauce here, or caught up in someone's storm and needing to figure out, oh, thank you, Spirit. That's why the Pisces kept coming out. Because that's the thing about that energy. Pisceans, those strongly influenced by it, tend to take on the personalities of those they connect with. So they can, because they're so fluid and because there's so much surrender, and it's just kind of like, yeah, whatever. It's hard to really pin down who they are specifically. Who is Aquarius Pisces, right? Or that maybe is what someone's trying to figure out about you, or maybe that's you looking at someone like, who are you outside of the influences? Like, you might be able to smell or feel the influence of other people on someone. Or maybe you're starting to realize how the influences of others around you have kind of created this mask, or created some sort of identity or persona that isn't really you. All right, Uranus, yeah, a call to radically change. That's the Fool energy. Saturn keeps wanting to poke out, feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work and patience. Yeah, you could be going through a Saturn return right now. I think Saturn is doing some... Saturn in Pisces? Saturn could be in Pisces right now. That would make sense. That would actually make a lot of sense as to like what I was feeling. One day I'm going to have like my computer set up and I can look up all this stuff like on the spot, but we're just going to keep pushing forward, okay? Here's the 12th house. So I might be right. Chiron, hurt and heal, is back out here. And Saturn was like, listen, I'm here, mofos. So you're walking with Saturn right now. We talked about, you were walking, where else were you walking with? Pluto? You got a lot of celestial bodies connecting to you right now. Mercury, yeah, it's because of Mercury retrograde, learning some harsh lessons here, or experiencing the struggle that's necessary, Aquarius Pisces, for you to radically change. It's time for you to heal the hurt that's created this ego or created this persona. And again, I say everything here with love. Those that are been here with me, you know that. We always check ourselves before we point the finger at somebody else. And maybe that's been it. Maybe you've been bypassing your own work by pointing out other people or blaming other people. And again, we all do it. Oh, baby, we all do it. No shame. But Saturn's going to restrict you. And yeah, Saturn's going to restrict you until you face this hurt. You got to switch up the way you're thinking, learning, networking, and communicating. Now, I get that somebody could be dealing with a child. So, because Saturn can talk about natural maturation or maturing. So someone could be going through a coming of age. You could be a parent watching your child going through a coming of age, like turning 13, entering their teens or their early 20s or 30s even. I don't know. But it's like someone's, I just heard their little personality. Yeah, someone's like, oh, their little personality started to peek out now. Like, where's all this sass coming from? Where's this mean spirit emerging? You know what I mean? Like, what's gotten into you? What's up? So some early childhood learning. So someone might be struggling with communicating their real emotions. And so whatever behaviors, I heard bratty. Someone could just be brat, like a big, like not a big brat, but just a little bratty right now. But it's because there's something happening deep within. They're hurt. And so there could be some anger there. Yeah, I feel like somebody's just been in a big like FU mode. Like, but that's not the appropriate way to handle the emotions. But again, maybe this is a child, so they don't really know any better. And yeah, they don't, it's because of the heart. It's the heart space. It's the heart. Oh, yeah. I just got a big release in my body because that was building up tension, having to tap into that. It's the heart. It's the heart. Radically changing the heart. Someone has just been really closed off in the heart. And we receive through the heart chakra. We give through the heart chakra. So the art of giving and receiving. 6 of Pentacles. Karma. Neutral. Only brings you what you give it. Ultra feminine energy though as well, regardless of gender. Someone's feminine nature could be catty like this or bratty. Tell me a little bit. It's because someone's hurt. Someone's just deeply hurt, but that's never an excuse. But hurt people, that type of thing. Yeah. But when we're not given the tools to transmute the hurt, that's what happens. You inevitably, whether you want to or not, pour it out onto somebody else. So the Chariot talks about advancement. It tells me that it's picking up whomever's in the 4 of Pentacles. Could be you, Aquarius, Pisces again. Could be somebody you're tethered to. But the Chariot's coming to say, all right, are you ready to get off this soapbox? Like, are you ready to kind of get off this energy, get out of this vibe? Like, are you just going to be closed off and cold-hearted forever? Somebody does that out of manipulation. Like, no, I'm not going to tell you. Like, okay. Like, it don't... People make stuff so much more complicated than it needs to be. I think that's just Saturn. It's a lot of lessons here. A lot of lessons. Justice for the 3 of Swords. That's what someone feels like. Well, me shutting my heart off is going to be justice for all the people who put swords in it. And it's like, no, you're really just cutting yourself off. You're cutting yourself off from your own abundance. Like, no. You know what I mean? But again, misplaced. And that's fine. We all, trust me, we've all been there. We've all been there. So Saturn's bringing in justice in the Knight of Swords, right? Justice for words that were said. Somebody's gonna... Now, Aquarius Pisces, if you've been going off at the mouth, I've heard for some time, that I almost feel like someone's been tolerated for a while, like, because it's like, oh, that's what it is. That bratty energy. Well, you know, they have it hard, or you know how, like, I don't know if you know, but maybe you know someone, or maybe this has been your experience, Aquarius Pisces. Your parents split up, and, you know, you start acting out because you're upset, but you don't really know how to say you're upset about it. You don't really know how to express yourself. So you start rebelling, getting rebellious. And it's like at some point, that rebellion, if it is done for too long, can haunt you, can bite you back bad. And I feel like this has been, because, you know, Saturn is a long cycle. That's 27 to 30 years. Okay? So I almost feel like I'm either talking about someone or tuning into energies that are over that, or might be reaching that coming of age. You know what I mean? Think about it, right? If we, let's say we live to 90 or live to 100 or whomever, right? 30s, they always say is very different than once you get to your 60s. That's kind of retirement time, right? Grandparent time. Of course, that happens at different times. But the generalized idea of the flow of life that we've been fed from society, right? And then 90s is a whole nother era where it's just like, you just don't really, you know what I mean? You're in a home or whatever. I don't know. But that type of like phases in life, maybe that's why the moon was coming up, but I don't know. I feel like this has been going on for a very long time, that someone's been speaking from a hurt place, holding on to the pain because it gives them an excuse to be, and excuse my language, but an asshole. Like, oh, I'm like this because I was hurt so bad. It's like, wah. Like, everybody goes through stuff. You're not the only one, but that doesn't give you the right to go be a douche. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like, all right, this energy is hard for me to read. I'm gonna be honest about that, because I feel like maybe even in just like, come on now, maybe that's all that ninth house energy in me, Sagittarius. Like, come on now, we gotta look at the brighter side. Like, come on. That can't be an excuse. Yeah, but it has been, I feel like, for somebody. Okay? It has been. Tell me more about this hurt and what needs to heal. The Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers. Scorned lover. This could be your scorned lover, Aquarius Pisces, and Aquarius Pisces could be your scorned lover if you're cross-watching here. Someone's hurt that they didn't take an opportunity to love someone, or there's hurt in relationships or choices. Okay, we'll talk. Let's dig a little deeper on that. Tell me a little bit more about this Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers. Someone maybe poured themselves into the material world. We did see Capricorn, the ambition. Chose the pentacle over love. Like, I'll never love again. Like, okay. Someone could just be dramatic. Ace of Pentacles. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's that Piscean energy. Somebody was like, you know what? No, my wish fulfillment is going to be money now. Or my career. I don't need love. I don't need a man. I don't need a woman. I don't need nobody. So, oh, there it is. So then anytime you do entertain someone, or if this is whomever entertains somebody, they don't ever let them get close. Four of Pentacles. And then that opportunity passes them by, because who's going to keep knocking at a door that's not going to open? Especially someone, and not even that the door is not going to open. I feel like someone's been on the other side holding the doorknob. Like, intentionally, no, I'm not letting you in. I'm just going to put you through all of this. Yeah, this feels like payback. this could be, oh my gosh, this could be like a long-term vendetta, or like someone who's been holding on to a grudge for just dear life because God forbid they let it go and actually have to be their authentic self. They've built an identity around pain, around betrayal, around what everybody else has done to them, yet holding no accountability for what they've done to others out of that energy. Oof. Harshness come through. I ain't telling no lies. Ace of Swords, because I literally was hearing Saturn start saying, yeah, get over it, in a way, like, which is rude, very rude, very, very rude. I've been told that in a very inappropriate way. Over something that was like, absolutely not, you're just trying to not take accountability. That's what I mean. Like, you're just trying to not take accountability for how you behave, how you conduct yourself, and someone's calling you out on it, and you want, oh, whatever, get over it, da 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 da. It's like, no, you get over it, actually, like, factually get over it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, projection. It's full-blown projection. It's full-blown projection. Tell me more about this Saturn energy. Queen of Cups. Yeah. Gemini, Cancer, and the Three of Swords. You know what it gives? It's not funny, but you know how people can say, this could be a masculine energy, by the way, that's very feminine in their behavior. And not by way of sexual orientation, but just in how they handle themselves. It's just very like, this person could like whine a lot. I don't know. Like a big baby, like a man child, like you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they can't do for themselves. Wham, wham, like spoiled. I could just throw so many things out here, but let me get back to what I was saying. That saying or that belief that, you know, men can get hurt. They can get rejected in like the 2nd grade and hold on to it forever. Like, just because the girl they had a crush on in class didn't accept their Valentine, now all women are just completely trash. Girls are just stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, you're gonna let that one thing that really wasn't even all that big of a deal, and again, that's relative, because maybe it was a big deal, but still, you're really gonna hold on to that from the depths of your soul forever, for 27, 30 years? Come on now. So whatever this is, someone is absolutely aware of how holding on to that hurt has stopped their growth and development, and people are zooming in the chariot past them. I don't know who I am talking about, but this energy is so thick. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is what I mean. So then you start faking it. So this could be somebody who's about to be held accountable for all the, oh my God, the relationships they've faked, or like all the people they faked out, faked cared for, faked believed in, faked supported. I don't know, Aquarius, Pisces. That is just, that's rough. That's rough. Like, Saturn is no joke. That Saturn return is no joke. Eight of Swords, right. Someone turned up, like, refused to acknowledge the hurt. Like, even if this is someone saying it to someone else, like, yo, I think you're really acting like that because somebody hurt your heart. Like, who, you know what I mean? That's saying, who hurt you? Why are you taking that out on me? I'm not them. So this could even spill over into relationships. Got the devil energy here. This is what I mean. Someone's just been committed to their shadow, not wanting to let it go, not wanting to see the forest for the trees, not wanting to open their eyes to themselves or see their own reflection. Truth wants to be here. The truth is coming out. Clarity. Can't run from that. And that's, guess 1 + 8 is what? 9, right? The 9 of Swords. Up at night. Now somebody's really going to have to think back through all the bullshit that they did. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse my mouth. Mercury is in retrograde. I was born under Mercury retrograde. Mercury in Scorpio. I ain't with the rah-rah right now. You know what I mean? Like, no. No. Yeah, it's going to be the Nine of Swords. Because the Six of Pentacles, karma, what you give is what you get. And somebody's about to get what they've been giving. And it's not pretty. It's not necessarily flowers in the way that they feel they might deserve. There's that Four of Cups. Someone can no longer turn a blind eye. And you know why? Because the angels and the ancestors said it's time. Yeah, it's time for you to shift this, my love. Whoever that is, if it's you, the cross watcher, whomever. It's time for somebody to shift and face what they've put out. Because what's done in the dark will always come to the light. And you can't fake frequency. You can't. That's what I'm saying. Do not fake it until you make it. No, believe that you are it when that door opens. When that make it moment happens, you're it. Because of that. Not because you like it. You just... Okay. Don't pretend. There's no need to. There's no need to pretend. Just be. Four of Cups, clarifying, think, learn, network, and communicate. It would require somebody to open their heart. It would require somebody to come out of the Four of Pentacles. It would require someone to actually let go. And be true to who they are. And maybe that's scary because they don't know who they are. And that's okay. That's a journey. That's a walk. That's a path. That's a discovery. But someone could also be coming into the realization that they've been living a bit of a lie here. Or almost like in too deep. That could be the case for somebody here. To the point where you can't even be your real self now. Because of how, you know what I'm saying? Just of how you've operated for so long. You show up as the real you, people confused. So it does feel like this Queen of Cups has been buried within someone. And it's time for it to be unearthed. That's what Temperance is. Temperance time, the Wheel of Fortune. It's time to grow and expand. It's time maybe to pay up. It's time to receive what you've been giving. And the Four of Cups, right. When judgment. Someone might not like that. With justice. All right, we're going to dig a little deeper. We'll talk about those cards more on the Patreon side of things. Again, that link is in the description box below if you want to join. We're going to look further into what Mercury is bringing in since we are under a Mercury retrograde while I'm streaming this. And then we're going to get some archetypal energies and some activation affirmations for you to tune into those archetypes to help support. Because if this is you, Aquarius Pisces, again, I say everything I've said here with the absolute most love possible, but truth, right? Ace of Swords. And the truth hurts sometimes, and the truth can be hard to digest, but that's okay. You could take your time to chew on it. You have time with Saturn, you know? And it's going to be all right. You're going to get through this, all right? So we'll dig into that over again on Patreon. And if then you want to tune into our pre-channeling sessions, our meditations before each of the public lives, you can join us here on YouTube, all right? That join button might be on your screen, and if not, again, description box, everything you need to know down below in there. I thank you guys for tuning into this read. Thank you for allowing me to read for you in this moment. And again, I'm sending you a big hug, because if you are going through this dark night, it's not easy, right? It's not. Big hug, big love, all right? But truth has to prevail. Yeah, you can't run from it anymore, all right? Love you lots. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, everybody else who tuned in here live. I appreciate you all. All right, namaste.